It's Mohim for Boxing Domination, and I'm here at the BKB 32 with the Green Machine, Kevin Greenwood. Kevin, first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing really well, really well, thanks. Now, especially now it's over and we got the win. Very happy, very happy.
First win at BKB, your win over Lawrence Tracy. I sort of want to ask you, how you feeling?
I feel good. I've got a pounding headache, but I feel really good. Really good. He was a tough guy, throwing, big tough punches. I took a few flush. Never been hit so hard in my life. Do you know what I mean? Especially without a glove on. And he had me in spells of bother. But that's a bare knuckle fight at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Well, I tried to box long, and sometimes it was toe to toe. And just happy with the result. And
of course, I do want to ask you, what got you into bare knuckle boxing and just the whole fight in itself?
Well, the bare knuckle boxing thing started. I mean, I've done karate, unlicensed boxing, professional boxing, and at 40 I decided to try and get my pro licence back, which they deemed me too old. And I was talking to one of my friends and they said, "What now? Why don't you try the BKB?" And I said, "I wouldn't know where to start." He knew someone who knew someone, and within like a 10-minute conversation I was booked up for 4 weeks in advance to come and fight here. So it was one of those things that just happened. It was meant to be.
And of course, I do sort of want to ask you, what was the mental preparation like and the training camp ahead of such a big fight? You fought at the Indigo to 2.3k in attendance with Fight TV of more than 100,000 watching live. What was it like to go out there and really just cement your first pro win?
Well, the thing is, I mean, I've always thrived off of being in front of a camera or in front of a crowd. Not karaoke, because that scares the life out of me. But for boxing or anything physical, that's what I thrive on. And the mental preparation, a very good friend of mine, Robert Hyacey, told me that everything gets made twice. Basically meaning, visualise it and it will happen. So the mental preparation was just all about visualisation and planning through different situations that I could come across. So hopefully my mind will recognise it and we'd be prepared for it.
Your first win now in a massive stage. What's next for you? What do you want to do? Do you want to come back out again maybe in 2 months' time? What's your plans?
The plan is, as soon as the cuts and bumps heal, have a phone call with Jim and Joe and say, when I'm back, as I said before, I'm not here to make the numbers up, I'm here to be number one. I want one of them belts at the end of the day. That's why I'm here. I've got a couple of years left in me, so let's see what we can do.
And I don't know if I asked you this already, but have you had like an amateur boxing experience in the past, or like professional boxing or MMA?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, I started off in karate. I did that for about 20 years on and off. Then I only had about 6 amateur fights. I had 25 undefeated, unlicensed fights. 11 professional boxing bouts. Won 6, lost 5, but fought for a Southern Area title and things like that. So I've been around the block a little bit.
And of course, before I do let you go, I do sort of want to ask you, is growing up, do you have any maybe inspiration idols or someone who maybe got you into it?
To be fair, my mum was a massive inspiration for me. She was a single parent, woman police officer in the 80s. And we used to sit down and watch Steven Seagal movies and like Karate Kid movies and stuff like that. And she was my idol. She was Batman. Do you know what I mean? To me. So that's why I've got a mum on the front there, as well as Ella, my little girl, on the back of my shorts. But yeah, for me, my number one idol was my mum.
Anyway, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate you. And before I let you go, I do sort of want to ask you 3 quick questions. These are very quick. Okay, so if you can fight, so it's going to be a quick 10-second answers, right? 5-second answers. If you can have a dream fight, who would it be?
Canelo.
If you can fight in a dream venue, what would it be?
Madison Square Garden.
And if you were to fight Joe Brown or Jim Freeman in a bare knuckle contest, who would you fight? In fact, out of them two, who would win?
Out of them two?
Yeah.
Freeman.
Oh, that's Brown. A tough one. That's interview wrap. Thank you.
Nice one, brother.